we got this big fight coming up here with Ishida. Originally, it was with Josh Thompson. How do you feel about that? Are you feeling good about it?
Yeah, I feel good about the fight. I feel in great shape. I'm ready to fight anyone. I mean, I wish it was on different circumstances. I was looking forward to fighting Josh. I mean, you train specifically for a certain type of fighter, so I was training for a conventional fighter who likes to keep it on their feet. Now I'm fighting a southpaw who's a shorter and likes to wrestle. So it's a little curveball, but at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to fighting him, and it's also a rematch for me. So I'm pretty pumped on it, and you gotta change things up a little, but at the end of the day, as long as you're working hard, it shouldn't be a problem.
Cool. So you feel like you had enough time to get ready for this, or was this kind of a last-minute thing?
Yeah, I feel like I could use more time, strategically to get ready for him. Josh Thompson's been in limbo for maybe a couple weeks, maybe even a couple weeks I didn't know, and Ishida did the same day. Josh Thompson pulled out, Ishida's in. So obviously he must have known a couple weeks prior, that he was going to be the backup fighter, and and I didn't figure out he was the fighter till that day. So maybe I was training longer than Ishida, but he's known probably maybe 3 or 4 weeks already that he was going to be the backup guy if Josh was out. So there's a guy who's been training specifically for me for a couple weeks, where I've been training specifically for him for about a week. So that's a little tough, but at the same time, whatever. I'm a fighter. I'm gonna fight. This is my job, and I didn't train for nothing. I didn't put in all this work, and I'm looking forward to fighting anyways.
Cool. You really want Josh, though. Eventually, it's gonna happen. Huh?
Yeah, Josh and I, it's a long ongoing story. I mean, some of the hype is going away now because it's happened again with the pullout. But yeah, I'd like to fight Josh. I think he's a great warrior. I think he's tough, and it's definitely a big risk fighting him. He's a dangerous guy, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm in the sport for, to challenge myself and to test myself, and that's what I want to do.
And he fights down at American Kickboxing Academy. That's where he trains. So he's kind of local. You guys know each other? Or
yeah, definitely. Josh and I, we're pretty civil with each other. He fought in Strikeforce and he lost to Clay Guida, and I started training with him to prepare for Guida, and that's how we kind of built a relationship. Never really, intending on fighting each other, and just kind of, hey, all right, we'll train together, and next thing you know, I don't know if he was looking forward to fighting me or even I was looking forward to fighting him. The promotion, hey, you guys are the top lightweights, you have to fight each other. So we used to train together like that, and once we figured out we're gonna fight each other, we kind of stopped, and and ever since we fought that first time, it's just now it's become a little personal, and I don't take losing too well, and he beat me, and I don't feel like we can be training partners. It's hard to be friends. It's I respect the guy totally, but I just can't build a relationship with someone that I might be fighting. I just can't have that relationship. Basically, the only 155 pounder in the weight, the only person in division that's my friend is Nathan Diaz. And he's my buddy that I think I'll never ever fight. And when I fight, I try to hate the guy. I really dislike him, and I really want to kill him. I want to beat him up, and I can't be high-fiving and I can't be hugging. Some guys can do that, but for me to get the best out of myself, I need to become an animal. I need to want to destroy you, and I can't be your friend. I can't be having beers with you.
No, I totally understand. So after Ishida, what's next? Do you think you roll through him, and then who are they going to serve up to you?
I don't know. I don't know how long Josh is out. Obviously, Josh is the person he's the true champ. I mean, and I'm the interim champ, but right now I just got to get past Ishida. He's the only thing I'm looking at right now, and if I can get past him, I think it'd be great for my career. And Strikeforce is now teaming up with Dream, which is a big organization in Japan, and they're making really big moves. And there's tons of fighters that are awesome in Dream. Joaquin Hansen's a big guy out there. They used to have Eddie Alvarez. I don't know if he still competes with them or if he's under contract. Kyle Uno, Shinya Aoki. I mean, there's some amazing talent in Japan, and that it's going to be great that we're going to see him fight in the U.S. And who knows, I might be going back to Japan. So as long as you keep performing, you're going to performing, putting on entertaining fights. You're always going to have a fight lined up, and I plan on doing that. So who knows what the future holds? Back in the U.S., back in Japan, fighting some great talent. It should be exciting either way.
Awesome.